All right, this is John. Okay, John. Yeah. I want to tell my Teresa Sullivan story about. Don't worry, Mildred. Dr. Mildred, we know you're still out there, so just sit tight. We'll get to you again later. We got a lot of Dr. Mildred stories. We do. Yeah, we do. Uh, Mildred Pierce with her piercing wit. Not. Yeah, she is the least witty person, Mildred. Yeah. Like, not a sense of humor to be found. And just like, I'm sorry, Millie, that cackle of yours does not signify a sense of humor. That's just a nasty sounding kind of wretched sound. You don't have a pretty laugh. Nope. That's very telling. Yeah, it's very telling. You really look like an old sea hag, too. Like, I've seen those Facebook pictures of you where you think you look good or something. Like, holy mackerel, you are not aging well. You are not a bad looking younger woman, I don't think you were, but your hatred has come out on your face and it's really ugly. It's so ugly. You're a very hate filled person. It's really a shame. But you wanted to talk about Tess Sullivan. Yeah, because Teresa Sullivan used to call Lena drunk. We know that, right? But she also liked to slag Joey Aces a lot. And they're supposedly best friends. Like she goes cat shopping with him and cat shopping. Well, takes him to the vet. He holds a hand, and him and Tizzy go off to the vet's office together to take care of a single little kitty cat that seems to be a full time occupation for Joey Aces. I don't know, but he needs something to keep him busy because, well, just because, really. Will that be good for him to do that? It's got to be better than jerking off into your shoes. Oh, where are we headed? Well, Tessie called Lena, and this was years after the initial phone calls. Right, the initial phone calls were like a flurry, my first year of dating Christopher. But then they became sporadic and until they finally tapered. But it took like a good 5 years for them to taper because
Wow, that long.
Tessie went on a lot of drunken jags, and I'm sure she was dialing in blackout. I'm positive of it. You're absolutely right.
Right.
So she called, right, that Tessie, you've called me more than you know.
Give a guess, a number.
And the times that Tessie called me drunk and that I think perceived her to be in blackout,
Yeah, what's your guess?
I'm going to say 20.
Over 5 years? Yes.
Yeah, I would say
Enough.
20 phone calls like that she probably has no memory of at all. Yeah, Tess, you're in bad shape. You know you are, though. You know you're a bad drinker. I used to do drunk dial too when I was in the really bad throes of my drunk days. But you know what? I was always somehow aware of it. Like, oh, and I'm not going to do that again. You didn't learn that. You did that a lot with me. And I know you did a little. Joey Aces talked about you doing it all the time. All the time. Oh, she called me again last night, crying about how much she misses whatever, John. I don't want to hear about John Van Bergen. Her and John, and then she. Oh, jeez, I tell you, I avoid her. I get to the point where I just let the machine get it. I avoid her. And that's like her best friend, and that's what Joe used to say to us. Then one night, Teresa calls me again while Christopher is not home. Always. She definitely did not want to talk to Christopher. She wanted to talk to me because she knew his schedule and she knew his work number. So it was so pointed. So go ahead, John. Right, so out of the clear blue, and again, this was before, I remember clearly, it was before sunset. So
I
this
don't
is,
think she knew my work number.
she,
I never gave her that.
would it be so hard for her to get Thoroughgraph's work number? I really doubt
I
it.
didn't work at
She sent
Thoroughbred
you
back then.
Christmas cards at work.
Did she? I don't remember that.
The last,
Okay, the last 2
yeah,
years. That's
complaining
right.
about me.
Okay.
Remember her Christmas card complaining about me?
Oh, right, right. Oh, those were good.
She sends him a Christmas card at work, complaining about, I had to send this card here because you know your wife is very jealous of me, or some fucking thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
She's not, Teresa Sullivan. You are so insane.
I wrote a letter.
Yeah, and she's
letter in anger that I never mailed off, but because I was so pissed off, and I was telling her off in that letter. But it was like, it was so obnoxious, God.
yeah, unbelievable. And then you couldn't waste your time, right?
Yeah, I really gave up at that point.
So yeah, she's so sick, that Teresa Sullivan, and her favorite thing to say is, "You're such a narcissist.
Yeah, I was sick.
You're
That's
such an amazing narcissist." It's like, why are you calling me a narcissist when? Go ahead.
I was sick, and I just gotten my diagnosis,
Oh,
stage
right.
4 cancer, and we were working desperately to like, all right, let's go on
Save this man's life.
Holistic diet, and like I wasn't going to be eating a piece of cheese or having a beer or anything. I was eating everything to turn my health around.
And she wanted you to meet her at some restaurant.
Yeah, right. And I figured, okay, a restaurant
or a bar.
No, yeah, that's it. It was a restaurant, and I was gonna pick out whatever I could eat, and I would eat that just to be sociable.
Right.
Okay, spend the night at the bar, the restaurant of your choice. Then she turned it around and said, "No, I want you to come to my house,
and then we'll go to a
restaurant.
museum."
Want to go? Yeah, come to my house and I'll spend. I was like, wait a minute, I'm not agreeing to go to your house to eat whatever you dish up at me.
Right.
I'm not eating a lot of things. I don't have. I need something.
Not only
to eat.
that, we didn't want to. We invited her to our house first. You're the one who was sick getting chemo treatments,
Yeah, right.
and she fucking was like, "No, come to me.
Yeah,
Come to my." Anyway, getting beyond
But
this.
it just became like such a
She's so-
stupid fucking.
she's
Like,
so horrible.
Gonna push me around.
Yeah.
We agree to something and then she changes it. It's like,
Because
get the
she's
fuck outta
absolutely
here.
sick in the head, and then she loves turning around and saying, "Oh, you're so sick.
Yeah,
Your
right,
wife is
right.
sick. Everybody's sick but
Yeah, I'm
me.
sick,
I'm
you're
so
sick, yeah.
well, and everyone's sick." And then, so anyway, she calls up. Go ahead, John.
Imitation. Good God.
Go ahead, John. She calls up Lena, and this was when she was upset. She had a bee in her bonnet because her little boyfriend, child there, Joey Aces, was in Lena's band for a stint. So that was really bothering her because Joey Aces was like always talking about the band. It was pretty exciting. He never played in a working band like that before. A hot shit band with a great, great singer-songwriter at the helm, playing all the best clubs in New York City. So of course he talked about it a lot. It was a feather in his cap. Of course he never really gave Lena as much credit as he should have, but he loved talking about it, and mostly he loved complaining about it. And he would tell Tessie, "Oh my God, this is really cutting into my schedule, and this is really, sometimes I'm wondering I should maybe be getting paid for this. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a way to ask them if they can somehow pay me." Meanwhile, he's got sitting on $1 million profit sharing that Time magazine gave him that he will never spend on anything aside from a bowl of chop suey from the... Anyway, right. Tassie calls up Lena. It's been a while, and she says, "Oh, I was just thinking, Joey Aces, all he talks about is your band. He's so obsessed with it." So I said, "Oh, is he really? Well, it's nothing to really be obsessed about. It's just a band, and, whatever." Well, you know what he used to do? He's, like, really into feet. And believe you me, this was nothing I really felt like listening to, and she knew that. And he used to go by Jackie Williamson when she was living with Christopher. He used to come over and jerk off on her feet. And they used to call me on the telephone, and he would be jerking off on her feet. And she'd be saying, "Oh, God, Teresa, he's on my feet again. He's all over my feet again. He's going crazy." And I would listen to them, and I would actually be listening to this, and it was so gross. They're both so sick. They're so sick. And they would always call me when he was jerking off on her feet.
Is that a true story?
This is a true story.
Get out. I can't even.
I
believe it.
told you that story, and I think you blocked it out.
No, you didn't say
I-
jerking off.
I
You
did.
said foot rubs or something.
I
It was foot
did.
rubs. It wasn't jerking off. No way.
John,
Maybe.
well,
I wouldn't
it
doubt
was
it.
jerking.
I guess.
It was jerking off. It was.
And that's the words that Teresa told you.
It was, Lena.
All right. See that I don't believe.
So I was like, but meanwhile, I'm thinking to myself, well, why is she like even taking these phone calls from these two? And you know, like she's calling them sick, but she's the one on the phone listening to this, like, so that she can talk about it later, like,
Yeah, right.
and admit that she was doing that, like listening to this thing happening.
That sounds like a story that you were joking about it. Maybe.
No,
Became
no.
that. I don't think it was ever that.
It was
I don't think so.
Sean. Yeah, it was. He doesn't like thinking of anything of these people, but it's fucking true.
Hey, look, I don't know what the fuck these people are about, and if they're doing that, it's true. What the fuck do I even care? But you know, from what I remember, I can't imagine Joe having the gumption to whip his dick out and start jerking off.
Would Teresa lie about something like
I don't
that?
think he could do it. I don't think he has
Would
it in him.
Teresa lie about something like that?
I guess
She would make up a story like that to tell me. You know what? Maybe she would if she was telling it to you to try to turn you off and maybe kick him out of your band. That's what she was angling for, you know.
Joe or me or both.
Right. She was trying to make you sick of all these people so that you would run away. And because she likes being the little gang moll of that bunch of dysfunctional idiots. Not what you are of Christopher, but she kind of thought you were. She really thought you were one of her guys.
I always made it on my own with other people over the years.
Yeah, but Tessie had the mistaken impression that you were one of her little guys there. You know, like the Seven Dwarfs.
Fucking drinking buddy.
Yeah, right. Coors Light all the way, right, Tessie? Coors Light.
That's right.
And you got to drink about 80 fucking gallons of it, but
Silver Bullet, yeah.
Silver Bullet goes right to your gut, right, Tessie? Oh, boy. I saw a picture of her recently. She looks like she's like 80 years old, yeah. She doesn't look good. Well, she has something going on with her eyes, I think she would agree. Some type of glaucoma. Really? It looked like something was weird going on with her eyes in that photo I saw.
Oh, well, we're all imperfect beings.
Some a little less perfectly imperfect, if perfect, than others. Hey, how is that eggplants going?
Probably done.
You think so?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Christmas dinner. Can't wait. Me too. Me too. I love you. I love you too. Nice bunch of friends Christopher has, huh? Yeah. They're really good. Really good to the last fucking drop.